Hey there, Michelle here. My name is Michelle Hext, and I call myself the leveraged entrepreneur because I've been leveraging shit my whole entrepreneurial life pretty much. And it's something that I'm really passionate about. And my focus for 2018 is to build a seven-figure funnel in under 12 months. And the reason that I'm creating this video and I'm starting this particular video blog is because I want to show with full transparency what it actually takes to create a seven-figure funnel. Now, I know that out there's a lot of information about how to build a funnel and how to make it successful and how to build a seven-figure funnel. And I know that a lot of the time it's made to seem too easy. There's not a lot of transparency going on about how or what it actually takes and how many detours we take and how many false starts we have and how many setbacks that we have and how, you know, the cost of our leads is, you know, making us bleed because we haven't got it right. People don't talk about that stuff. And so I want to show a bit of a behind the scenes, full transparency journey of how I'm building my seven-figure funnel, warts and all. And, you know, I want you to know that anybody can do this. And it's going to be an interesting journey for me to look back on as well. It's going to be really important for me to be able to look back. There are going to be times I know when I've wanted to quit. There are going to be times when I've been smashed because things haven't gone the way that I wanted them to. There are going to be times that I doubt myself and just want to go and start charging, you know, high-end prices again just to make it faster. I know all of that stuff's going to go on, and I want to share that with you because I also want you to see at the end of it that it is possible. And if you just don't quit, if you just hang in there, then you'll be able to create it as well. So what I've done, I've just created some notes about what I've done so far. So yesterday I opened the doors. I did a soft launch just to the people that were on my list and to the people who are in my Facebook group community. And yesterday I had 5 people sign up. So the aim for me is to have 5,000 members on within this membership within 12 months. So 5,000 members will generate 1.5 million Australian dollars every 12 months. And that's the aim. The aim is the 5,000 in that time. I do believe it's doable. I believe it's going to be hinging on a number of things, getting my leads under $3 and getting my conversion nice and high. I'm aiming for higher than normal. I'm aiming for 40%. And the reason that I can do that and I feel confident in that is because I'm going to create such a friggin' wow experience for my people. So any of the freebies that they sign up for, any of my free content, they're just going to be blown away by it. And so it's going to be so low risk. Right now I've got about, I think, there's over $100 worth of freebies sitting in the bonus section as well. So bonus material, bonus things that I've actually been selling previously that people normally have to pay for. So they're in there as well. So for spending $20, you get $100 worth of blueprints, PDF blueprints, and a couple of other little things in there, as well as a month of content. So I think anyone is willing to invest $20 if what they're seeing is really good. I'm creating this website or this membership site and the content like people are paying thousands of dollars every month for it. That's just the way that I do things. I don't, I'm not just going to throw things together and say, oh, it's only $20 a month. It doesn't matter. That's not how I roll. What I do and what is important to me is making sure that, I'm definitely a visionary, but I definitely like to have a process and a systematic and a stepped out approach. If you're an entrepreneur, you know what the entrepreneurial brain is like. It's like having 400 freaking tabs open all at the same time, right? And that is one of our downfalls. It also is what makes us great and keeps us creative and all of those things. But it's one of those things that can sidetrack us and we can, get sidetracked for too long. And so I do like a stepped out systemized approach. So the program, I'm loving it. It's called theleveragederentrepreneur.com. You can go check it out if you feel like you want to go and do that now. The link's down below. But at $20 a month, you come in, it takes you through the process of some sort of indoctrination process, really. And it's about making sure that before we go any further, you are going to create this thing based on things that you are loving to do things that an area where you have great impact. Because one of the things about entrepreneurs, impact is more important to us than money. We want to know that we're having an impact and the things that we're sharing and the message that we're bringing is actually changing lives, even if it's one or two. That's important to us. That is, if you know this, if you're an entrepreneur in a service-based industry and you feel like you're a leader in your industry and you've got a message, that when you get an instant message or you get an email where someone says, oh my God, you said exactly the right thing at the right time for me, or this was exactly what I needed, or, I followed this thing that you told me to do and now this is what's happened. That is gold to us. We want that more than we want anything else. Wouldn't you agree? And so the $20, it's not about the money, and building something, we want to make sure that when you go ahead and you start to build out this product that you're going to be selling, we want to make sure that it's based on the thing that you love to do, the thing that you're good at doing and feel good about doing and you have an impact in. And that's where we need to come from. And so the first foundational piece is about really making sure that people are giving themselves permission to want what they really want and not saying, well, I should do this because people know me for this and this is what I've been doing. And what I want people to do is get really clear about what are the things that if you didn't have to do anymore, you wouldn't do it. The things that you love in your business and that's the only thing you ever had to do in your business, that'd be the thing. That's where we want to move forward. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that, clear on their focus and stuff. And then we move into the content, which is about how to build out a simple funnel and get the campaigns up and running, and then what to do and how to tweak it. It's about bringing together a series of tools and resources that are also going to support people. And I'm not giving people too much information straight away because they get overwhelmed. Anyway, I'm excited about the program. I could talk about it all day. It is for service-based entrepreneurs who really want to move from something, working maybe one-on-one and wanting to scale up, and maybe they're working in a group at the moment, but they want to take it online and make it a more passive-based income. So whatever it is, as I said, that foundational piece, I'm just going to jump back a bit, that foundational piece is really, what I'm saying to them in that section of the member side is that, if you have issues with doing something and you've got 10 people on the program, how are you going to feel when you've got 1,000? So let's avoid that problem and just make sure there's no friction anywhere so that we freely can move forward. I am a big law of attraction advocate and I've been using it, before I even knew it was a thing. And I believe in the energy thing. And I believe that if there is any friction, I call it friction, any resistance about the thing that we're selling and moving forward with, then we're not going to, we're going to find a reason not to. So I just want to make sure everybody is on the same page there and all of that. Anyway, so that's that. So I'm going to share with you where I'm at right now. So about a few weeks ago, I had the idea for the Leveraged Entrepreneur, and I knew I'd been speaking with a girlfriend of mine who is about to launch her own version of this in a different space. So it's the same model, $20 a month, content-based and recurring membership. But as I said, in a different market. And we've been chatting with each other and just supporting each other and making sure that, yes, this is the thing and this is how we want to do it. All of those things that I just spoke to you about. We had some conversations where my girlfriend said, well, I'm resisting this. I'm like, well, how can you do it another way? And that's really important, because if you go forward saying, oh, well, I think everybody does it this way, so this is the way I think I need to do it. If you do that, you're going to cause a problem for yourself, and we want to avoid that. Anyway, so I've been tossing around this idea for ages, and last year I went to launch something similar, and even a few months ago I went to launch something similar. So the idea has been around and playing in my mind for such a long time, but I just had some resistance around it, and things fell into place with a series of conversations and me going back and looking at what, creating my sales page and stuff like that. It's like, oh my God, this is it. And so then I started to feel excited about it. So what I want to say about that part is I had a few false starts. I thought, this is the thing, this is the thing, this is the thing. And then when I started to work in it, I thought, it's not the thing. It's not the thing. It's close to the thing. It's close. But what I was not prepared to do was settle. I wasn't prepared to go full steam ahead with something that was almost right, because I've been there before and I'm in it and then I freaking hate it and I resent it and then I've got to shut up shop and then, you know, disappoint people and all the rest of it because I don't want to play anymore. And so for me, it was really important for me to say, you know, nearly right isn't enough. And I know me, I know that I've got to be 100% all in or, you know, the wheels are going to fall off pretty quickly. So, yeah, I had a few false starts. I launched a couple of other programs and just went, no, and then pulled the pin. There was one that I launched and then had to refund everybody because at the death knock I went, you know, I'm just not going to do it. So that was that. So be prepared to make those false starts, but it's okay, you know, because every time I did that and then stepped back, it was just me finding out more and more about, oh, okay, this is not what I want to do, or this is a thing that's not quite right here and I need to make some adjustments around that. And so it was I was frustrating myself, but I was also really conscious of the fact that when I know what it feels like when I get it right, I know what it feels like when it just goes bang and I know exactly what I need to be doing. And I know that this is the thing. I know that I've had that feeling and I just didn't have it. And then I came up a few weeks ago with the Leveraged Entrepreneur and I made the decision that, you know, I was going to open it to men as well. And it still is, but I looked at the branding and it just wasn't doing it for me. And all of my branding has had pink in it, always. I mean, look at my office, look at the pictures, you know, look at my lipstick, my earrings, my engagement ring is rose gold and a pink stone. So that's the thing, you know, and it was missing and I was forging forward with the Leveraged Entrepreneur because it felt right. But when I played around with my logo in Canva and I made the gold writing pink, it was like, shit, that's it. That's the thing that's been missing. And it's like, well, I'm not going to close it to men, but I'm really aware of the fact that I'm going to, you know, a lot of men are not going to be attracted to it. And that's okay too. I've worked with women and my businesses have all been targeted at women the whole way through. So this is not a new thing for me. I just thought, oh yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But, you know, I know that never works for me. I've got to be all in. And so for me, that the pink branding brought it all together. And I got excited. I got that bang in the chest, that slam in the gut that went, this is it. This is the one. So that was that. And then once I settled on, so we're talking, that was on the 14th of May. So today is the 19th of May. Now I moved fast, but I've taken a while to get to this point. So that was, yeah, so that was 5 days ago. And I'd been in a bit of a holding pattern until that landed because I didn't want to go and create all of the content and do everything else and feel like it's not really, you know, because I didn't have that clunk in my gut, I just thought, I know where this is going to go if it's not right. So I just have to discipline myself to hold off. And I'm impatient. I'm like the most impatient person you'll ever meet. But I had to hold off and just be really certain that this was the thing. So that's what I did. And then I had a sales page on my michellehext.com website and it had all of the gold branding on it. And then I went in and I changed it all to the pink and that's when I'm like, yes. So then I registered the Leveraged Entrepreneur URL and set up the website and then recreated that sales page over on the leveragederentrepreneur.com. And it's now being trademarked. So I'm feeling really excited about that. That is not something normally that I would do. I wouldn't normally go to that trouble, but this time I am because it just feels like bleh. And the podcast is the Leveraged Entrepreneur too, and I want to be able to keep that. Anyway, so I've just got my notes because I've written a bit of a timeline to share with you. So in amongst all of that time, so even before I changed it to pink, the reason that I created that sales page about the program, it's called, the Leveraged Entrepreneur Membership Program. I created that page to create a wait list. Now, I didn't run ads or anything like that. I just put it out there to my community and to the people, you know, on my social pages, that sort of thing. So, and I got a small waiting list, not many, but, you know, a few came through there. So that was the first thing that I did. And then while that was there gathering people on the wait list, the next thing that I did was, and this is how I love to work, I love to buy these black artist books with no lines. I like having no lines, and I just get a little bit creative there. And so this was my framework. Secret. And so the framework was really important because this is what I teach in the program. It's like, this is going to be an ongoing membership program, and I'm just going to add content every month, but something was kind of missing. And then, so I had these 4 sections here, but I didn't have the beginning section. And it's like, no, everybody needs to go through this process. I feel like this is the journey that I need to take them on. So that's the way that I'm doing it. So that's what I ended up doing. And then it all fell into place. So I created this, and this is basically, it's sitting right here because I'm recording new content every week now, and it's coming from here. So I created that content framework. Then I started to build out the membership site. So I just want to take you back because I think I've jumped around a little bit there. So the first thing is, once I settled on it and I saw the pink and went, yeah, that's a thing, that's when I created a whole new website. So I created, but I didn't tell anybody about it. So people were still going to the waitlist page, opt-in, that was on my main website, but no one knew about the leveragedentrepreneur.com. I just went across there, recreated the sales page, and then kind of left it at that. I just felt like I wanted to do that. Sometimes when I'm in touch with that creative process of creating the sales pages, that's when I really fall in love with my products over and over again. Selling, we need to do a conversation on that too another time. But okay, so I did that. Then I came back and I mapped out the content. And then from there, I decided that I was going to build out the membership site. So I use MemberMouse. I love MemberMouse. I've built a few sites using that. Now, I know you can outsource all of that, and many people will, and I have before. I've spent upwards of $5,000 on membership sites before. But I love that these 2 little hands can create a website and a membership site, and I love the freedom of being able to just go in, create content, set up when it's going to, be delivered or unlocked and all that sort of stuff. I love to do that myself. I feel like it's an amazing thing. And in my community, in my membership program, there are tutorials on all of that stuff, because I really do encourage people to know how to do this stuff, because once this funnel gets to where I want it to be, I've already got the idea for the next 2 funnels that I'm going to build. And I like that I just get to do this again and again and again because I know how to do it. Now, I have not had any formal training about how to build websites and how to create membership sites and all the rest of it. I just have never done it. And even my logo, I created myself in Canva. And I'm really happy with it, actually. I love to do things myself because I've got the time to do it, and I now have the skills to do it. And my skills are building every single day, which just feels amazing. So that's what I encourage my people to do. I've got stepped out tutorials to show them how to do it. I jump in and help if they get stuck. That's part of the deal. All right. Then when I had it all set up, so when you sign up and you log in, the first thing that you have is a Start Here page. And it talks to them about the journey that I'm taking them on. They can access the Facebook forum from there. They can access the bonuses section from there. And they can access the very first chunk of content, which is the first section, which is building a solid foundation. And that's a series of 4 lessons along with a checklist. And so when that was completed and ready to go, I had the launch date for the 21st of May, and I started signing people up yesterday because it was ready. And this was not through my paid ads or anything like that. This was through people in my community. And I imagine over the weekend some more will come through. But as of this stage, as of the less than 24 hours into launching it, I've got 4 paid up members. So I've got a long way to go, but it feels so close. And yeah, so one of the things that I did, excuse me, I've got a lead magnet running at the moment, and it's a 5-day journaling program that is all around this stuff. And the leads are costing me a fortune. They're landing on the page, but the conversion they're clicking, so the click rate is okay, but when they're landing on the page, they're not signing up. So I've changed, just this morning I went in and changed the header because I feel like there was a little bit of a disconnect between the look of the ad and then the header section. So I've changed that completely. So hopefully that will help with the conversions. And I also feel like it's probably a little bit long, that conversion process. So I'm going to keep that freebie there, but I'm going to stop running paid ads to that freebie. I also have another freebie, which is a 1-hour masterclass, which is how to create your ultimate freedom machine. So this is about how to automate and scale from nothing. So that is another one. I'm going to start running ads to that early next week. The next one that I'm going to be creating, and I woke up thinking about this morning, was what is it? 5 of the highest converting lead magnets for coaches, consultants, and personal trainers. And it's going to be it's going to be this one. This is the first one. And these are the steps that you need to take to make this happen. This is the second one. So they get to choose which one is most suited to them. And this is not me saying, here's my swipe file. It's not that, because I don't believe in that crap. I think if you're not prepared to do the thinking yourself and think about what your clients actually want, and if you can't work that out, if you're not in touch and tapped into what your people need, then you shouldn't even be in business, honestly. If you think taking somebody's swipe file and copying and changing a few words is going to get you there, think again, because people don't buy inauthenticity. Anyway, that's a little rant, but that's okay. So I did that. So that's going to be the next one. And then I also went live on my Facebook page today, my personal profile. And I normally don't do this, but I basically went on and said, hey, guys, this is what I'm doing and this is how you can help. Now, normally I don't do that. Normally I'm doing this myself. I know how to do it. I don't need any help. I'm that person. But what I did was I basically said, hey, this is the product. This is what I've been doing. And if you want to help me, then if you're in touch with and influencing personal trainers, coaches, and consultants, including MLMs, if you've got teams, for example, let's collaborate and do like a joint webinar or something like that, so I can give great content to your people, and you can, and if they love that, they'll come and sign up. If you know anyone who has a podcast that you think would be interested in interviewing me, put me in touch with those people. So I really put myself out there. And as I say, I normally don't do that. Normally I'm pretty much I can do this myself sort of girl. But like I said on that video, I'm going somewhere I haven't been before. And so I need to start doing things that I haven't done before. And the same goes to you. It's one of those things where it's kind of a little bit awkward and a little bit uncomfortable. And I freaking hate asking for help. It's like, I'd rather chop off a limb usually, but it's like, are you serious about this? My goals are sitting there on my whiteboard. My numbers are there. Actually, I want to show you something. I'm not going to, because I'll have to get up. And you know what? I've got a dress, and then I've got workout gear on the bottom. So I'll be exposing my ass in workout gear. Anyway, I gave it away anyway. But what it is, it's there's another membership program out there, and I think my product is going to be better than that, or at least equal to it. And the membership base for that program is that they have 6,338 members in that. So what I did this morning was I screenshot my Facebook group, forum group. I screenshotted a page of that. And then I went to that group, because I'm in that group, and I screenshot the number of the members, and that section that says this is how many members there are, and there are some pictures of people underneath. So I screen captured that bit, and then I went into Canva, dragged my image there, and then I dragged that little bit and stuck it over the top of the My Members, and it's sitting right there. So it looks like my membership program has 6,338 people in it. So I said 5,000, but that's kind of the goal because I'm competitive. And so the first thing that I see when I walk in my office is my Facebook forum community with 6,338 members in it. Now, if you're into the law of attraction, you know how important this stuff is. I can't tell you the buzz that I got out of that. And I'm going to be visualizing on that. I'm going to be journaling on that. I'm going to be acting as if that, all of those things. So when I log into my Facebook group now, that number is the one that I'm going to see until I see it. It's as simple as that. And we need that. You know, we need to have this 100% belief, and we need to know that that can happen. And when you see it visually, it just brings it that little bit closer. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. I've launched it. I have 4 members. I have a badly converting funnel at the moment, but I'm going to tweak that, and I'm really excited about creating those changes and getting that done and getting that up and running, because I know that one's going to be better. And if it's not, you know what, I'll have another idea and the next thing will be fine. Anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I am going to create a new playlist. It's Freudian playlist with these vlogs so that it's all about the $1 million funnel, my journey. And, you know, when I'm doing something like this, to keep me accountable and to keep, you know, to keep things remembered, I guess, I like to do them every day. So I'll probably be on every day. So make sure that you subscribe. And if you're keen to know more about the Leveraged Entrepreneur, then please go check it out. It is theleveragederentrepreneur.com. It's $20 a month. There's $100 worth of bonuses in there. And inside of that Facebook group is where I'm going to be sharing, like I'm sharing a lot here, but I'm going to be sharing even more of the nuts and bolts. Things like, guys, this is a funnel, here are the numbers, and this is why it's shit, and this is what I'm going to do to change it, and let's just see what happens. I want to be that transparent. I want to be sharing every single little detail with the people in my community so that they can benefit, because if there's a shortcut, it's still, you know, it's still going to require you to do the work and the thinking on your market, your product, all that sort of stuff. But, you know, I think it's going to be really helpful for people to be able to just follow along and do what I'm doing a few steps behind. So I've had a chance to, you know, work out whether it's working or not and then keep moving forward. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I hope that I start to see some of you live, and I hope to see that I start to get some comments coming through and we can really make this thing a bit of a party. So today is day 1 of 365, I guess, of this video blog. I started my official 12 months on the 1st of May, but yeah, I'm excited. Bye.